very special.
Yes, today's a time for the big announcement and reveal.
So, of course, how else would we do this besides attempting a piñata cake or a confetti cake? Well, I guess confetti cake is technically a different thing, but some people call it a confetti cake. Most people call it a piñata cake. But anyways, it's a cake that's filled with stuff.
Filled with stuff, meaning
you have a layer of cake, then you have two that are cut out, so there's a hole in the middle that you fill with candy and whatnot, and then you put another layer on top, frosted. You cut it open, it goes like this.
And when we cut open this cake,
it's going to reveal the college that I will be attending.
Yeah, you'll get to see what college Jazz has chosen to go to. So, we're going to start to bake. We're just doing a simple, very easy yellow cake that we got from a classic Betty Crocker. The first thing to do is get our dry ingredients together.
And we're not doing this gluten-free because we're cutting one layer in half to act as the bottom and the top, so the two full layers can be, well, just lots of room for the candy and stuff that's going to be inside.
Right. This is not going to work for me. Well, I'll just pour it like this maybe.
Nope, that's going to spill.
That's going to make a mess.
Uh-huh.
Ha-ha! This will work much better.
Okie dokie.
Slower, but it will work better.
Anyways.
Okay, now what?
So, we are putting all the dry ingredients together for this. So now we need baking powder.
We are making a mess today.
Next. And we mix that together. No. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Mixa, mixa, mixa. Mixa, mixa, mixa.
Here's a whisk.
I like my version better. So the next thing you do is put the butter and sugar together and mix it all together. And then I'm actually going to include with that, I don't know, like, what do you think, what? Oh, that's okay, the sugar's everywhere. We're making such a mess today. Butter. Okay, I'm going to mix it up. I was going to wipe that off because there's butter on top of it.
Oh.
Next,
it's just butter and sugar, and in this case, sour cream.
Next, you're gonna do the eggs one at a time, I guess, right? Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's what I usually do. I haven't read this recipe at all, but
well, we're just assuming we know what we're doing. This recipe says just throw everything together.
Don't ever do that.
This is a bad idea. So we're gonna do what we know how to do is put the eggs in one at a time.
Right.
I'm so happy I get to use the mixer. One of my favorite things in my kitchen is my mixer. I love it. KitchenAid should sponsor Jazz going to college, since we love...
We're not supposed to talk during the mixer.
Oh. The next step that I've been taught on how to make a cake is that you do a little bit of flour and a little bit of mixed milk mixture. Again, we're using non-dairy milk for this, so wish us luck.
Trick about soy milk. Trick about soy milk. Shake it upside down to get all of those little proteins.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because everything that's in it that's good for you sinks down to the bottom. So by shaking it upside down, you guarantee that you're going to be able to get the most of all of the nutrients inside of it.
I feel cheated because I hardly ever shake my milk.
You're always supposed to shake your soy milk.
I feel cheated.
Any non-dairy milk, shake it up. Then you get all of the nutrients. So.
I'm going to start doing flour, and then we're going to do milk, flour, milk. No, flour, milk, flour, milk. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the advantage of having this beautiful mixer. You can make 3 cakes in it at once.
So it's all done.
That's mixed.
3 cakes.
3 cakes.
In liquid form.
Yeah.
Don't eat it. It has raw egg.
It has raw egg. Don't do it. So now
we have our cake pans prepared.
They're very beautifully floured and dusted. And now we gotta put them in. How are we gonna do that?
I say we start with like taking cups and scooping them.
Wow. You know what? I don't know why it feels so intimidating to have made 3 cakes at once.
But it does.
I mean, technically it's not really that much more. It's just 1 cake more. but it feels,
How many scoops have you put in that?
2.
Good.
This is my 3rd.
This is my 2nd for this one.
We don't want to overfill the pans either.
Mm-mm.
I feel like this scoop was 3rd over there, yeah.
That's the 3rd for that one. This is
Oh my gosh.
and this is the 3rd for this one. I feel like that's enough.
Oh my gosh, but we still have batter. So here we go. 4.
Did you put 4 in that one?
Not yet. Ah! So,
But as you can see, like there's enough space
Yeah.
in this pan for it to expand.
yeah, it'll grow. All right, so now they're gonna all go in the oven and
About 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes.
probably a
it
little bit
says.
more because we have the extra pan in there. So I would
Yeah.
say it will increase the cooking time just a slight bit.
I said not to eat the batter, but I looked a little of it and it tastes good.
Okay, let's put them in the oven. So we're gonna cook those for half an hour. Pull them out, flash,
Freeze them.
freeze them.
Which basically you just put them in the freezer
Mhm,
for
to
a
get them
little bit.
cool really fast, and then
Um,
frost them.
No, we have to cut them.
Cut them, then frost them. We're back. We're back. And
They're out of the oven. I ended up cooking them for 40 minutes.
Look how
because,
beautiful.
as we said before, when you are adding more volume into the oven, it takes longer.
It does.
So we're going to take a butter knife and run it around the edge to make sure it's not stuck, and then flip them onto the rack so we can flash freeze.
Right. Anyway, if you're gonna cool your cakes, especially butter cakes.
These are great.
These look great. If you're making a butter-based cake, which these are, you should never cool them in the pan. It's terrible. It will do terrible things to your cake. Actually, I don't know what it will do. This is just what I was taught to do. So I have these they're cookie cooling racks, which I also cool cookies on. But I think they're fun to do this little thing. So I have 2 racks here. First, you should probably have a thing on that hand too.
I'll be fine.
A thing meaning oven mitt. Because don't burn your hands, because these pans are really hot, and if you put your bare hand on them like I'm doing right now, it will really hurt you. I'm just showing off because I can hold the hot pan. This is me showing off this now. Okay, that was very well flipped.
Well, I have to get this on.
We're good at flipping things. Like when we flip the tofu turkey.
What?
Oh my god, it's beautiful! How gorgeous. Okay, so we can flip it back. Put another rack on top of it. Cha-cha-cha! How awesome is that? So we're going to do the same with all 3, and then we're going to put them in the fridge.
in the freezer, not the fridge.
Oh, the
The freezer. We put the cakes in the freezer.
The cakes are in the freezer.
So now we're going to prep our frosting. We're just doing simple frosting.
This is what I call my buttercream frosting recipe, which is not, it's based on like regular powdered sugar icing, I guess.
Yeah.
But I use a lot more butter, and I use heavy cream. People don't usually use.
Heavy whipping cream is the best whipping cream.
And then a little bit of vanilla, and then powdered sugar, and then
Lots of powdered sugar.
yeah, and then you just whip it until it's delicious.
Yep.
And you can taste when that is, because you'll just stick your finger in and be like, "This is delicious."
And a trick with frosting, any frosting that you're really using with powdered sugar, is if you get it to a good consistency, but it's way too sweet, or like it's way, way, way too sweet, and you still need it to get thicker, you can use a little bit of cornstarch.
Yeah, that doesn't change the flavor of it. It just makes it a little thicker. But be careful, because we've done too much, and then you have like a grainy, not so good, pasty taste.
Yep.
Also, because you're using heavy whipping cream instead of milk, basically it will be more like whipped cream, so it'll be fluffier. It's a fluffier icing, and rather than like a thick or creamier icing.
Yeah.
But I like it. That's why we use it. Just showing our progress. We've got
spatula.
butter, vanilla, and I don't even know how much powdered sugar because I didn't measure.
Yeah.
I have my whisk, and then we're going to throw in some heavy whipping cream and see what happens. Here's our frosting so far. As you can see, it's pretty drippy. So
but it's warm in the kitchen, and
Yeah.
this is a butter-based frosting.
So we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and hopefully it'll
Thicken up. Then before we start frosting, we'll whip it again. Although it's pretty well whipped.
It's pretty well whipped. We'll just mix it up a little bit just to get it spreadable. So this is going to go into the fridge, and the cakes are going to come out.
We're gonna get the cakes out in a second, but to prep, we're putting on this gorgeous cake stand.
Wedding china.
However, a trick that I have learned everywhere in cooking is you just put a little bit of frosting down on the platter just to keep your cake still when you set it. It doesn't have to be secure, molded.
Glue. Don't do glue.
No, but like stiff frosting, because I just took a little of our slightly melty frosting and just made a dollop and did this. So
now we're going to get the cakes out of the fridge.
we're cutting this one first because this is the one that we're cutting in half for our top and bottom. This is lovely. Nice.
It's beautiful, and they
Cool.
cooled.
They spent what, maybe 15? About 15 to 20 minutes in the freezer. Okay, how should we do this? It's whole enough just to do this.
You're brave. Can I like hold it on either
Please do.
side?
Please do.
Move the whole thing up here.
I can't cut it that way if you hold it like that.
Like lift it, put it on the front. I think you should flip it, like how we do flip. No.
Not the smoothest cut,
But it did.
but it did the job that it was supposed to do.
Whew, we didn't breathe that whole time.
Nope. And
So
now
how do we get, just eat that. And then how do we get it onto the, you just pop it on the,
Yeah. So this is our bottom.
okay, cool.
Right there.
Awesome.
Cool.
Now what do we do?
Okay. Now is the relatively more complicated one. These.
All right, so how
Where we're cutting a circle in them. I have this teeny tiny baking pin that I feel like we should put right there
okay.
and then cut. Do you want to try this or?
No, I'm gonna try it. Okay, here we go.
Well,
You know, when you bake these cakes, you throw a lot of cake away.
no, not if you eat it.
That's a ring of cake.
And there's our first ring. We're going to go ahead and do that with our second ring. And then once we have that, we'll go on to frosting. We have our rings. We're going to put a little bit of icing here. Go ahead.
Okay, there you go.
Some people are going to do the thing that we're going to do, which I'm going to take a little bit of cake and put it in the middle.
I just threw frosting everywhere.
So that the candy doesn't stick.
I feel like my frosting is so, because it's so hot in our kitchen, this is just sad frosting. So we were talking about using some fondant. I was helping spread this one because I always feel like standing there doing nothing. So I wanted to do something.
But I was ready for you to put more frosting on. So, that's fine. No,
That works.
that's fine.
I'm just spreading it to the corners.
Don't get crumbs, because otherwise it's going to get in the rest of the frosting.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh! You just told me to do that, and then you didn't!
I forgot that we were going to dirty ice it, so it doesn't matter anyways.
We're going to dirty ice it, so it doesn't matter.
Because we're going to do fondant.
Yeah.
So,
Now what?
we're going to do this layer that fell apart first, because I don't like it.
It fell apart, but I fixed it with toothpicks.
I don't
If you do it just when you're serving it, remember they've got toothpicks in it, and I put them about a finger
Gosh.
so that it doesn't fall off. Once you put it in, you can take some of them off. It's just so when you're moving it. Just remember when you have the toothpicks that they're there to take them out. That's too much.
That's all. You sure? It's the right amount. It's half of that.
All right, now what?
Just so that it doesn't get stuck. Now we're only going to frost the rim.
I can't see what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm frosting really well. I have confidence in my frosting even though I can't see it. I'm like, I know it's going well. Cool. When we say dirty ice, that means that you're not caring that you got crumbs in your icing.
Yeah, and it also means you're not putting like a full thick layer of icing either.
No. Because you're going to put something on top, like with the fondant. So I'm measuring them about a finger width apart, so when you're serving, just be aware, please. Don't serve people to cake.
Don't do that. Next layer going on top of that.
Beautiful.
Stick it in those toothpicks if you have those toothpicks in them. This is actually looking pretty good.
I think so. Now,
all right,
we gotta fill it, but you gotta turn.
You can't see
the
this
filling.
part, but what we will do, which is you're not going to see us do this, we are going to ice this top part and then put the top of the cake that we cut in half earlier right on top of that, but you can't see us do that because otherwise
Ruin the surprise.
you'll ruin the surprise. So, yeah.
We had the air on because it got hot in our kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's what that noise is in the background. Our
cake is dirty ice and melting, which is why we have the air on. So we have fondant. If you buy it in little containers, it says just to microwave it for like 5 seconds, and then you need to just knead it so that it's malleable. And cornstarch, before you do anything. You can use powdered sugar, but that's going to be sticky. So cover your hand in cornstarch and cover your area that you're rolling out on with cornstarch and just knead it. We're using pink and blue pastel, and I'm going to roll out the pink first because I'm going to marble it. So
it's no bearing.
None whatsoever. These are not school colors.
These are not school colors.
Excuse me. Rolling pin. Very important.
Wait, I'm going to put it in the ball?
Yeah. I'm rolling out the pink first, though.
I think it made it too cornstarchy.
Just keep massaging it. Massage that fondant.
Roll. I'm gonna get a spatula.
Or a waterfall or something.
And then whatever's. Hopefully there's leftover on the up. Hopefully it covers the whole thing. But if it doesn't, we'll just cut off the excess, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, how do we lay it on the cake?
This is the complicated part. Put a layer of cornstarch on this so it doesn't stick to itself.
It's such a mess.
Whoops. Then, very gently, you have to roll it over the rolling pin, very, very gently, no pressure whatsoever. Then bring over the cake. Do this a little quite quickly.
Shift it over that way.
You know what? I need the fondant thing.
Right, but there's too much on there. Can we lift it and shift it?
Nope.
Once you lay it down, that's it?
Yep.
Oh no.
This is supposed to help smooth out.
here's the moment that we have all been waiting for. We're gonna cut the cake and it will reveal
big reveal.
the big announcement, what college Jazz has chosen to attend.
Dokie.
I don't know what song I'm making.
Yeah, I just realized that we didn't stop to think where the toothpicks are. This might be a toothpick slice. I don't know.
No, we're not gonna eat it. We're just gonna reveal the amazingness. We don't have a plate or anything to put it on. Ready? Here it goes.
Yay!
Can you see?
So, if you could guess, it's UC
Santa Barbara! Jazz has chosen to go to
UC Santa Barbara for dance.
Yay! Yay! Look at all this UC Santa Barbara. Shake it out! Shake it out! So, what are they? Explain what the things are.
So, these I think are blueberry jelly bellies. And then we have the gold sprinkles.
That represent the
The
colors of UC Santa Barbara.
Yep.
And we made little UC Santa Barbaras to put in there.
I don't know where this is.
Yeah. Yay!
Yep, that's it.
Terrific.
That is where I'll be attending for the next 4 years.
Yes! That's so awesome!
4 years starting fall. Well, I'm doing the summer program.
Summer program. Yay!
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Thank you.
obviously we're really excited.
My dad can come.
Come on, Dad.
Come on.
Because you see, we got our official UC Santa Barbara Mom and Dad shirts. And we're really excited. Yay! UC Santa Barbara. Thanks.
This actually turned out pretty well.
Yeah, and as far as a cake reveal, I would say success.
Very much. All right.
Yeah. So thanks for
Thank
watching.
you so much for watching.
Subscribe.
I still need money for college because it's still expensive.
It is.
Especially now that I've chosen college.
Yeah. Well, Jazz actually got, I'm going to brag now, be mom. Jazz did get a very generous scholarship, and we're really proud of all Jazz has accomplished and as reflected in her wonderful scholarship. But there's still books and food and dorm and oh my goodness, miscellaneous things that you need in a dorm.
Transportation.
So please continue to subscribe to our channel and keep watching. We're still going to make videos. Maybe we'll make a college how to cook in college series. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching.